All right. Happy New Year's. First of all, I want you to subscribe to the channel. Push the like button. The Z Show. Today we're going to talk about daily women. Domestic abuse. Domestic abuse. Most of the time it's the guy doing all, we talking guy and girl. You know, the guys, they put their hands on the women, you know. The women put their hands on guys. It works both ways. So you got domestic abuse both sides. So nobody's innocent. You should never put your hands on anybody, whether they're a guy or girl. First of all, you're grown. And for guys that want to put their hands on women, you got to remember this. It's 24 hours in a day. You got to go to sleep for 8 hours every day. Remember that. So anytime you put your hands on a woman, remember, I got to go to sleep for 8 hours a day. So if you're going to put your hands on a woman, I wouldn't go to sleep nowhere near this woman, because she could do anything she wants to. She could burn the bed. She could put a bullet in your head while you sleep. All because you put your hands on them. And a lot of women, you hit them and they'll take the slap. And the whole time they're telling their girlfriends and telling other people, family members, next thing you know, you out of here, you done. So this story right here, I'm changing names because a lot of people might know about this story, and the names ain't even really important, but I'm gonna tell you the story because it's about a woman that got tired of a man, period. Got tired of it, got tired of the domestic abuse. Well, I'm gonna put it in Houston, Texas. This happened near Houston. Anyway, around hurricane season. So anyway, this guy, he goes missing. Probably about 29 years old. We're going to call his name Steve. That's what we're going to name him, Steve. And we're going to name the girl Sarah. So he's with a girl named Sarah. So anyway, a lot of people came up to Sarah. Hey, where's Steve at? He didn't come to work. And she's like, Steve, why would you ask me about him? Well, y'all live together. We're no longer together, right? So she tell everybody they're no longer together. So people kind of looking at her funny. This is August. And this guy's been missing. He ain't been coming to work. And he goes to work every day. And they live together. Everybody knows this. Matter of fact, people have told people that, hey, man, I seen him outside fighting one day and he had her on the ground. He's punching her. He beating her up. Got her head in the concrete. He's always talking real smart to her, beating her up. So this is what the neighbors are saying. But this guy's missing. So, hurricane comes. And I think it was Hurricane Rita. Anyway, Sarah packs her stuff. Basically, everybody in this small town near Houston. It's not in Houston, but near Houston. Matter of fact, I'll give you the town. It's called Baytown. Anyway, so they all moved to Shreveport. Everybody got to go to Shreveport because the hurricane hit right in this town. So for 5 months, basically everybody was out of this town. So people started moving back to the town. And in the junkyard, the dump site, they find some garbage bags. And inside these garbage bags was a man's torso. And they found a head. So they found a chopped up body. Okay, so they kind of know it's a guy. And this guy had been missing since August, so this is 5 months later. And they do DNA on the body. And then they compare it to the missing guy, the guy that was missing. They found out it was a match. So it's this guy Steve for sure. Because he was missing. He's been missing 5 months. They find his body in a dump site at the garbage dump, where they dumped garbage. So what they did was, in these certain spots, because a long time ago, I used to be a trash collector. When you go to the dump site, they tell you exactly, hey man, this is the area that you gotta dump. Every neighborhood. So every time I would go to the dump site, me and my partner, we would always go to the same dump site. So they know exactly the area that this trash came from. So the route was basically these apartments. So this is how they found the apartments. So they did cameras and everything, and basically they find out that girl Sharon, she's on tape, taking trash bags to the dumpster. So they counted how many bags, and man, it's a bunch of bags. So, long story short, his body was found in the same type of bag. So they want to question her about this guy. So they go into the apartment, blood on the wall. The apartment is basically cleared out because she moved, no furniture, and they're gone. But they did find DNA. They found his blood on the carpet and on the wall. So they know one thing. He was killed in this apartment. They knew that. So it's no even doubt about the man is dead. The man is dead. They've got the body. They got the DNA. All they need to do is find this girl. So they go to Shreveport. Not Shreveport, but New Orleans, Louisiana. So in New Orleans, Louisiana, she's in her apartment. She's been living there for 5 months. She never went back to Baytown. They go knocking on the door. So basically, they asked her about a boyfriend again. She don't know anything. Hey, he's missing, blah, 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 blah. But this time, they arrested her. Basically, what happened is, he was beating her. He had been beating her. They had a whole big domestic violence thing. And he'd been beating her up. And maybe she'd been hitting him too. I don't know. But when he went to sleep, she shot him in the back of the head. Blew his head off. And basically, she said the reason why she cut him up is because she couldn't lift his body. Because he was too big. Well, she cut his body up with a machete. Put it in the bags and threw them in the trash can. Like I said, stop putting your hands on these women. Now, this story right here, probably most women aren't going to do this, but they can. This woman, Sharon, was tired. She was tired of this dude beating her for whatever reason that he felt like he should have put his hands on her. But dearly women, there are women out here that will kill you. Now I know it go both ways, and there's guys that will kill this woman, and there's women that kill guys. It's whoever decide, you know what, next time this joke go to sleep, I'm gonna kill her. So you guys who's putting your hands on these women, y'all running around, oh, she ain't gonna do nothing. I've been beating this woman for years. I've been beating her for 30 years. She ain't gonna do nothing. But the thing is this, when she do something, you might not know about it. Because women, I got a daughter. My education is, don't fight back. When he go to sleep, you go get some hot grits, and you boil those hot grits and you throw it on him. Or get out of there, or end this sucker. He gotta go to sleep. And I tell any woman this, not only my daughter, the man has to go to sleep. Until you can figure out how you can stay up 24 hours a day, never go to sleep, I would advise you to keep your hands to yourself. So I think she ended up getting 45 years, but I think that she had a case for self-defense. Now, I think where she messed up is that she actually cut the body up using the machete and tried to lie and cover her tracks. Now, I think that's where she probably messed up. But if she'd have put a bullet in this man's head and called the police, they could. I don't think no jury would have gave her too much time, especially today. If she could have proved that this man was hitting on her, don't put me on the jury, because I'm gonna take the woman's side on this. You shouldn't be putting your hands on a woman. I'm gonna be like, look, I know you blew his head off, but innocent. Keep your hands to yourself. So that's what I think she should have did. But this is a story of domestic violence. It's a terrible thing. We all get caught up. But this is a true story. I changed the names because, you know, people have families and stuff like that, and people don't want to relive stuff like this. But forget the names, forget the fact that it's a true story. Just remember, y'all be nice to each other in these relationships. And if you can't, if you gotta fight, if you gotta put your hands on somebody, I would advise you to find somebody else. Be alone. Being alone is not the worst thing in the world, because being alone helps you get to know you. You know, it's good to have standards, what you will and won't put up with. But at the end of the day, keep your hands to yourself. Try to get along with everybody. And if you can't get along with a woman, and if she's cheating on you and she got you know, let her go. It's a lot of women out here, man. It's a lot of women. 9 times out of 10, it's 5 to 1. Most guys are in jail. So all these women running out here, it ain't no guys. Women are visiting guys in jail. It's women who write guys in jail all the time. You want to catch a woman, I'm going to tell you where to go. Go to the jailhouse. Because that line is long. Full of women who visiting criminals. They boyfriends or whoever. And you know one thing. Hey, I'm in jail. So she going home alone. So that's what I would do. I just go up to the visitation room, and when they come out, I say, hey, that dude that you dating in jail, hey, baby, what you doing tonight? Because I know he ain't going to take you out. He in jail. He a criminal. So I'm giving you some tips on if you want to date a woman, where to go. Go down to the jailhouse. There'll be plenty of women to date. And leave that sorry woman that don't want to be right and want to cheat and want to be with everybody else. Go get with the woman who's visiting the boy in jail, because you ain't got to worry about him getting out of jail no time soon, because most of these people are killers anyway. But I'm going to let you go. Z Show, subscribe to the channel. Give this thing a thumbs up. And y'all be careful and take care of one another.